Hey there! I was sent a couple of pens by Kalle, who enjoys these pens. They're inexpensive and he wanted me to review them. So here we have a Hero 3112. And the one thing I will say about that pen before we do anything is that it's a very fine pen. It's one of those really thin, slim pens, and some people really love that. Personally, I like a pen with a bit more girth, but some people really like this. I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I'll do a writing sample. At the top of the cap here, finial, as you can see, just gold, reflective. Then you have a black clip, which actually has a diamond in it. Of course, at this price, it's a real diamond. You have a metal clip, which you can definitely bend out of shape there, as you can see. Also bend backwards, more or less. You have Hero here. It says Hero and then 2 Chinese characters, which may or may not mean Hero, I don't know. And then 3112 at that end. Here we have some more Chinese writing. A fairly uniform barrel, but it tapers a little bit at the end. And then a gold bit there. Gold center band. The pen posts. That's not bad. It's definitely not a small pen, I would say, as in length, short one, but it does post if you prefer that. And this pen has the type of nib that I've seen on many pens. This may well even be on the Hero 616, the Parker 51 type pen. It's hooded, or maybe semi-hooded in this particular pen, but I have seen this type of section on a lot of Chinese pens. It has some rings there, it has the cap lip there, it's gold colored. You can unscrew the whole thing and out comes this converter. And this one actually, well, I had not seen this one on a Chinese pen yet. It has 2 Chinese characters there again for, I'm assuming, Hero. And here you have a bar. Very simple. Dip the pen into a bottle of ink, squeeze this. There's a sac inside, it's compressed. When you let go, it decompresses and it draws up ink. So there you have it. Those are the parts of the pen. Now, what makes this pen interesting? What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? As I said, it's a very thin pen, but you know, some people like that, some people don't. I generally like the looks. The black works very well. I'm not too sure about the gold section aesthetically, but I'm sure there were people out there who like that. Clearly, with the fake diamond type thing, they're going for a classy look here, and I think that, especially with all the black, it does definitely look classy. I have had no issues with the nib. In fact, I was quite pleased because I've had a bunch of these particular hooded nibs on Chinese pens that were fairly scratchy or that ran dry. I had no issues with this pen running dry, and actually it was really smooth, which was a very pleasant surprise, so I really like that. The pen holds a decent amount of ink because of that sac. It's always a little hard to fill them completely, but it will take a while before it runs out, especially because these nibs are very fine. And again, considering how fine it is, I think it's a remarkably smooth nib. So that's very interesting. Okay, that's pretty much what I can tell you about the pen. Kalle, thanks again for sending me this. I'll give you some measurements and then we'll do a writing sample. I hope this was useful. So far, the weight, 18 grams. The pen is 131.6 millimeters capped, 114.2 millimeters uncapped. Posted, it's 146.3. Again, it does get pretty big and a bit top heavy, but not extremely so, although it is a metal pen. That's it, posted 146.3 millimeters. Then you have the section diameter, it's 6.7 to about 8.1 millimeters, and the barrel diameter is 7.5 to 9.1 millimeters. Okay, I hope this was useful so far. Let's do writing sample, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so here we go with the Hero 3112. The nib is fine and the ink is Pelikan 4001 Royal Blue. That's a really weird B. Okay, let's do some writing. Of the pens that Kalle sent me, I think I like the writing of this one best. It's pretty smooth and the ink flow is pretty consistent without drying out, which is a nice thing. Let's do some fast writing. As you can see, no real skips, so a nice adequate feed. As to wetness, as I said, this is one of the nicer flowing pens that I was sent, and it's definitely on the wet side, even with this fairly dry ink. Okay, then some line variation. Very, very little. This is not a pen you're going to buy for the springy nib. Alright, reverse writing, for those of you who enjoy that, it is possible, and then you go from, I would say, a fine nib to an extra fine nib. I forgot an I there, but bear with me. And it's actually fairly smooth. It's a little bit less smooth than holding the nib the right way around, but it does work. So, there you have it. Kalle, thank you for sending me this pen. I appreciate it. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.